Ja'Marr Chase, 14 catches, 177, 2 scores. Chase is the first receiver to have 10 catches, $175, 2 touchdowns, in two games since Ja'Marr Chase did it in Week 10 against the Ravens. Guess what? He's also the first receiver to do it since Ja'Marr Chase did it in Week 5 against the Ravens.
Hey, that boy, good. Hey, that boy.
He's gonna be a unanimous first team All-Pro, and rightfully so. Jetta looks like he's going to be the other receiver that's going to be a first-team All-Pro. Now, he's not going to be unanimous like Chase is, but Chase has a chance to win the Triple Crown.
Yeah, a chance to win the Triple Crown. There's only 4 or 5 weeks left. He's going to win the Triple Crown. Nothing is going to stop Ja'Marr Chase. Nothing going to stop Joe Burrow. They might as well get whatever award it is that Chase is supposed to get as far as when it comes to winning that Triple Crown. They might as well ship it on to Cincinnati right now. They might as well ship it on over there right now. And that's not all. Not only is he going to win the Triple Crown, we do have the MVP at the quarterback position. Many people aren't going to give him credit because our record doesn't reflect.
You're not going to get no MVP.
Right. Let me finish. Don't do me a favor. Don't interrupt me. Next time you want to talk, raise your hand. I'm going to call on you, okay? But anyway, like I was saying, Joe Burrow should be the unanimous MVP. But due to our record this season, he's not going to be in the talk. He's not going to be in consideration. Josh Allen, kudos. Kudos to him. Kudos to Lamar Jackson as well. But if we happen to go on a run and for some reason slither into the playoffs in some kind of fashion by way of God, we are a team that nobody's going to want to see offensively. Now, I can't speak for the defense, but I'm saying if we got to score 53, we're going to score 53. If we got to score 45,
but y'all go give up
55.
But y'all going to give up 55.
Listen. That's neither here nor there. We are a team that nobody wants to see.
And y'all don't want to see nobody.
No, and don't nobody want to see us, especially offensively. That's the focal.
Now, Ocho, but you got to bring you got to bring your entire team. Right, you can't leave your defense at home.
I understand that, but I can only do my job. Huh? That's something Bill Belichick always said to do. Do your job. My job is to focus on offense. My job is to score 40 to 55 points and get.
Are you a team or not? Huh? Are you a team?
What?
Are you a team? Is it the Cincinnati Bengals or the Cincinnati offense, the Cincinnati defense, the Cincinnati special team? I just need to know which are you.
It is a team. Can I say something before you finish?
Okay, thank you.
It is a team, huh? It's a team, right? But that team is broken down in the 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams. Now, each 3 of those phases has to do their job in order for you to get a W. You know, W's, like Jameis Winston.
Y'all ain't done. Y'all hungry.
We ate something. That's it. How?
This is the first time y'all ate 3 weeks?
Hey.
Let me ask you a question.
You know what?
When the playoffs start, which one of the Bengals are going to be in the playoffs? The offense, the defense, or the special team?
The whole team, the team in general.
Y'all will be home, right?
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's a chance. Listen, there's a chance. Hey, can you ask Ash to give her what percentage the chance is of us making it to the playoffs still to this point?
An 80-year-old getting pregnant. There's a chance.
Right.
But
come on, there's a percentage. Now, the percentage ain't that low.
There's a percentage of 80-year-old can get pregnant. How old was Mary when she conceived Jesus?
83. 83.
So there is a chance. Right. They put man on the moon.
Yeah.
Chance.
I feel.
You ain't going to put no money down on it, though.
Who?
Ocho.
Me? How much I owe you right now?
3 bands.
Okay. How about this? When we play the Broncos.
I ain't betting nothing. You ain't gonna listen. Hey, how you gonna bet me with my money?
Hold on. I'm like, keep talking.
Hey, man, gonna bet me with my money. I bet you. I owe you $3,000. I bet it.
Let's bring it down a notch and let's respect the winner. Let's respect the winner circle tonight.
That's me.
Let's respect the circle tonight. Now,
you owe me $3,000. Okay, how you the winner?
I'm giving you the opportunity to double your money. So when we play the Broncos, let's double or nothing that $3,000 I owe you.
I don't like doubling my money. I like to just take my money. I got something in mind.
What you trying?
I want to buy something.
What you trying? Absolutely.
And it just so happened to cost $3,000. The gift I want to get cost exactly $3,000. Hey. I said, you hold on. I said, sir, can you hold this for me? I'll be right back in like 2 weeks. So I gotta go in there by this week. Go get it.
Hey, hold on. Tell me. What you gonna get? What you gonna get? What is it? Just give me
the Bengals have less than a 2% chance to make the playoffs.
2%?
Less than
2%?
Yes, actually it's 1.9.
1 point? You know what? That's not that bad. You know what? That's not that bad. I'm gonna just say 2%. Because I bet if you ask the chat, right, when they go to Whole Foods, I bet some of them, they get 2% milk. I bet sometimes when you get a latte, you go to Starbucks and they ask you what kind of milk you want. Sometimes people say, you know what, I want 2% milk. There is a significance. If you're an actor, you know, sometimes your agent fee is 2%.
No, okay? It ain't. It's 10, 15, 20% in Hollywood. Okay. You ain't getting no 2%.
Okay, listen, I'm just trying to throw that context. I didn't need you to correct me.
Okay, my bad.
Okay.
But they got a milk chance. 2%. Sis, I put it in terms that you understand you like milk. They got a milk chance, 2%. The question is for you, is Burrow and Chase the best quarterback wide receiver combo?
Absolutely. Now there are a few people that would like to argue as far as duos are concerned, but a duo that is doing what they've done at such an early stage, as soon as they started, they hit the ground running right away. Obviously, because of the continuity that they already had and the chemistry that they had already built in that LSU together, it made the transition into the NFL being on the same team that much easier. It made it that much easier, which is one of the few reasons why the chemistry, it looks the way it does. Okay, when you watch Joe Burrow and you watch Ja'Marr Chase work, that ain't nothing but Prince and Apollonia. Okay, that ain't nothing but Mark Anthony and J-Lo. Okay, you stand with me? Mm-hmm. That ain't nothing but Prince Hakeem and the daughter from McDowell's. I don't remember the daughter's name in the movie. What was the name?
Okay.
Yeah. But you get where I'm going. You get where I'm going.
Yeah.
It's just a match made in heaven. It's just a match made in heaven. Like when you meet somebody new, one of the key things and the only key things that matters is the chemistry and whether you're compatible. Okay? And when you're compatible, your Wi-Fi, the connection is perfect. And Joe Burrow and goddamn Ja'Marr Chase Wi-Fi is on point.
Yeah.
I don't have any other references or analogies that I can think of to give people a better understanding on how great they are so early.
Chase got 93 catches, Ocho. Yeah. 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns.
Ooh, hey,
Last year, he's already clear. He's 7 catches behind last year's pace. He's already 100 yards clear of last year's pace. He's already has 8 touchdowns more than last year.
Woo!
And he has. They're 5-7. What's their record? Hold on. They're 5-8, so they got 4 games to go. Mm-hmm. So there's an outside chance he could get to that 1,700 mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he might get to that 20, that magical number, that 20 touchdown mark, which only a handful of guys have ever gotten there. Jerry and Randy.
Yeah. Not.
Jerry got 22. Randy got 23. Nobody else is. There've been a few 18.
Yeah.
But nobody. There's only 2 guys that's ever gotten 20 receiving touchdowns in a season.
Yeah, and you know, that young bull, man, is nice, man. Obviously, even as early as it is, man, Chase is the greatest Bengal receiver to ever play. Chase is the greatest Bengal receiver to ever don them goddamn stripes. You hear me? You know, some of the things that he's doing, they haven't been done before in that helmet, in that tiger. Ain't nobody never done nothing like that, man. You know?
Mike Brown, you're going to be sorry you didn't sign that man early.
What are you telling? You hear me? Huh? You're going to have to pay double. You're going to have to pay double.
It's going to hurt. It's going to leave a mark. Oh, he about to get 40 million.
40, make it 42. And the 2,
he said, you know what? He said, I
the 2 is the 2% milk. The 2 is 2%. Add that shit on too.
No, yo. He said he said Jetta got 35. I want 5 more per year. And I want an extra 20 more million guaranteed.
Don't even play with me. Don't even play, because you tried me. You tried me at the beginning of the season. Well, I asked you. You made me sit out of training camp. Yep. And you had plenty of time. You had ample time to understand what you had at your disposal. You know what you get in the long run. You know what you get, because I done gave you a sample size of 3 years. Okay? Yep. I know I might have 2 more years on my deal, but sometimes you just know better.
No, I got 1 more now. So come on with it. Come on with it.
And if hold on, if you want to play again, do me a favor. Don't franchise tag me. Let me play one more and let me go show you I can get 60 somewhere.
I'm not coming. There ain't nothing you can do. You told me you was gonna take care of me. After this one, I played it out. Now you won't see my black ass if you don't pay me my money this time around.
And we ain't finna play because we finna clock it. And I ain't talking about
Higgins.
I ain't talking about no
Higgins about to bounce on you. So go out there and try to play without me and Higgins.
Yeah, period.
All apparently is not well with the Eagles, according to Brandon Graham, the team's longest tenured member. The relationship between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown is strained. The person that's complaining, Brown, needs to be accountable. I'm just being honest. He knows this. I don't know how the whole story, but I know that Hurts is trying and Brown could be a little better with how he responds to things. They're friends before, but things have changed. Graham later apologized, said, I made a mistake. I didn't add to it in good light, so that's my bad. I think that, here's the thing. When they ask A.J. Brown, what do you need to improve in?
Yeah, the quarterback.
Who's the only one that can throw the ball, Ocho? So how is the media? How's everybody going to take that? Well, that's not how he meant it. If somebody, if they ask Carson, what can we do better? Route running and getting over.
He talking about me.
Who are you talking about?
Right. Listen, we all know what he meant.
But that's not how he meant it.
We understand his frustrations. We understand his gripes. All right, matter of fact, Ocho, you know Ocho, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ocho. Listen, if any of you in the chat that follow him, I don't know if you've had an opportunity to see it. And he showed a description of plays, And these are bang plays that are just basic fundamentals of the game of football, having anticipatory skills as a quarterback, at the quarterback position, being able to get your number one player to target based on what you see, what your pre-read is as a quarterback. And I listen, there was 5 or 6 plays where 1, 2, 3, boom, get the ball out and let it go. You know, it's like in that specific game that we talking about where I could understand where the frustrations come from with A.J. Brown. I'm like, well, okay, now I see it. Now I understand, but you don't do it the way you did it, not with the media. That's something you go to your quarterback. You tell him, you pull it aside, I need you to do me a small favor. A.J. Brown, if you see this.
That's all I'm saying.
I need you to do me a small favor. Young bull, when we come to the line of scrimmage and you see a certain cover and you see that receiver off, if you see him press at any point and you see that safety and the safety is in the middle of the field or he's not or he's shaded just a little bit to the hash and I know I can beat him over top, I need you to give me a chance. I need you to give me a chance, please. I need you to pull him aside and have that conversation, but don't do it this way because now all eyes on Jalen Hurts. Now all eyes in the pressure while you're winning. You're winning. Let me add that. Your team is winning, and it's gonna come off. Wait, comes off as being selfish. It's gonna be
comes off as being selfish.
No, hell no, but he doesn't.
And I don't think he's selfish.
Exactly.
I think he's a competitor. He wants to contribute. I think he realizes that in order for us to get to where we need to be, I'm going to have to catch more than 3-4 balls. Devontae's going to have to catch more than 3 balls. But like you said, maybe Jalen just didn't see the field yesterday. Maybe that happens. Sometimes, Ocho, we don't see the ball well. We bobble, we bobble some stuff and we don't catch it clean like we want to.
No.
But Jalen has a tough job. I'm not trying to excuse him, but I just believe in a situation like that, I'm gonna go to him and help. Yep. Check this out, Ocho. Donovan McNabb weighed in on A.J. Brown potential frustration with Jalen Hurts. It's 2 grown men. If you got an issue, you come to me. Let's not go through the media because now it blows up and now what you said is out there in front of everybody. Then T.O. responded. Now, this is interesting coming from you. Now, not how I interpret it, but its funny thing is I agree with you on the idea of it. If you have an issue with someone that you go to them, not the media. But here's the thing. I never had an issue with you, but it's known that you had an issue with me. So maybe you should have taken your own advice here. Oh, yeah, and we might have won the Super Bowl 39, but that's another story for another day. Just my 2 cents. Number 317. You talk about the jacket.
I like that. Hey, them boys still going through it. Right?
I'm giving
you know
mine.
what? They Hey, T.O. and goddamn McNabb, they're gonna be like Claude and Ray. They're gonna be like.
Nuh-uh. They're gonna be the Hatfields
the
Hatfields and the McCoys.
Right.
they ain't Claude and Ray, because Claude and Ray was their friend. The Rams pull off the upset of the week. The Rams defeat the Bills in a week 14 thriller as the team combined for 12 touchdowns, 86 points, 0 turnovers, and if I'm not mistaken, no sacks. Josh Allen is the second player in NFL history to record 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns in the same game. He joins Hall of Famer Otto Graham of the Cleveland Browns, pulled off the feat when the Browns defeated, they won 56-10 in the NFL championship game over the Lions. The Bills allowed scores on 6 and 9 possessions. The rush defense allowed 94 yards rushing in the first half, and the team's leading 14-game streak of at least one takeaway ended. Ocho, are you concerned about the Bills now?
You know what? I'm really not concerned about the Bills. I'm not concerned about the Bills. If they were going to have a game like this, let's get it out the way now. Obviously, the Rams' offense has always been high-powered. Cooper and the Cool are just coming back and just getting into rhythm as far as the offense is concerned. So you got a glimpse of what they can do when they are fully healthy. So I'm not really concerned, with McDermott and the Bills. I think they're going to be fine. If you look at the number Josh Allen put up today, no turnovers, right? No turnovers today. But he played very, very well for a quarterback that needs to win a game. Defensively, they gave up 6 and 9 possessions with touchdown. Now that's the back end. That's not on Josh Allen. That's not on the Bills. That can be fixed because the Bills defense is good. Outside of that, I think this is the game that got away from him. It is an upset. I consider it a goddamn trap game. But if you're gonna lose, let's get it out. Let's get it out of our system now. So we're gonna fix whatever we need to fix before we get to the goddamn playoffs.
You know what I think about the thing that I think that, look, Tom, when I think about Tom Brady, I think the thing that's most impressive about him is not, he had the Super Bowl. I don't want to say the most. 7 Super Bowls are impressive. All the records that he has are very impressive. But Tom understood early on in the game what type of game it was going to be.
It was going to be. And he knew that early too.
And so knowing that, he knew that, you know what, guys, we can't settle for field goals and we can't miss possessions where we come up empty-handed. Remember, Buffalo spotted him 24-10.
Right.
So you put yourself behind the 8 ball. So now you've got to hope, and your defense is already struggling. The likelihood of your defense shutting them down twice will allow you to get back in the game. And then when you got it, you didn't get a touchdown, you got a field goal.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to be mindful of that. And that's the thing when I'm talking about Joe. Joe is that he knows his defense is terrible. At least Josh was like, man, this is an anomaly. My defense hadn't played this bad all year.
Yeah.
We haven't played this bad all year. Joe knows his from the man, we gonna suck this year. I got to be no, real talk to Ocho. Man, look here. Not only can I not turn it over, Ocho, guess what?
Right.
I've got to score damn near every possession. Because if we go down, if we get the ball first and we don't score, when I come back on the field, we're going to be down points. The question is how many? Is it going to be 3 or is it going to be 7? But we're going to be down points, Ocho. And Josh, I mean, look, what, he had 420-something yards of total offense just by himself, Ocho?
Crazy
6
work.
touchdowns.
Crazy work.
But
you put up numbers like that, you're supposed to win the game.
You're supposed to win. You should. But you can't spot a team, Ocho. You can't spot a team now. You got to realize you're on the road. You spot a team 14, you're going to catch hell coming. Now.
Trying to come back? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And especially if your defense is struggling like they were struggling today. But Ocho said he's not concerned Josh Allen.
Nah.
I still think he's the MVP front runner. But Saquon is right there on his heels. Josh Allen was 22 of 37, 342, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, no sacks. He led them in rushing, 10 carries, 82 yards, another 3 touchdowns. Shakira was 5 of 1 for 106 in the tub. Amari Cooper played extremely well. 6 for 95, but he did have 14 targets, Ocho. Matthew Stafford was equally as impressive. 23 of 30, 320, 2 touchdowns, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Puka Nacua, 12, $162, 1 touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 5, 92, 1 touchdown. Tutu, 3 for 45.
Tutu. Miami's finest. Dade County, Liberty City legend. Yeah.
That's the look. When I go to a game, that's the kind of game I want to see, Ocho. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody talking about defense and big hits. Damn the big hits. I want to see some points on the board.
Right.
I go to a baseball game, I want to see 12-11. I want to see 10-9. I ain't coming to see no 2-1. I ain't coming to see 1-0. I'm not a purist. I want scores. I want points. NBA, I want you to see y'all get up and down. I want to see 135 to 130, 131, 133. I want points. I ain't trying to see no 85, 90, 85 to 92 ball game. I ain't no purist like that. I want to see points because that's where it's headed. That's what I've grown accustomed to. So now don't pick the game that I come to. Now all of a sudden y'all gonna play defense, and I gotta watch a 10-7 ball game or a 10-9 ball game. Ocho. Right. Nah, that ain't what I'm here for. The Vikings beat the Falcons.
Oh, the who?
The Vikings.
Well, Sam Darnold earned himself a contract, boy. It might not be with the Vikings, but he earned a contract with somebody. But go ahead, I'm finished.
The Vikings beat the Falcons.
Now you got me hyped.
The Vikings beat the Falcons 42-20 behind Sam Darnold's first 5-touchdown game. The win was the 6th in a row for Kevin O'Connell's club, who improved to 11-2. Kirk Cousins in his last 4 games, 0 touchdowns, 8 INTs. Ocho,
sit him down. Sit his ass down.
Ocho, is it time? Now, they're only 1 game back. They're 1 game back at Tampa. Is it time for them to set Cousins down and play Penix Jr.?
Understanding the business and how the business works, and based on what Kirk Cousins has done in his resume from the past, they probably going to keep playing him because they're only 1 game back from Tampa. If it was me, if I was the coach, if my name was damn, what's the head coach's last name?
Oh,
you
talking about Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah.
Raheem?
Yeah, man, listen, I was about to say D'Amico by accident. But anyway, if I was Raheem, listen, if we 1 game back and he playing like that, I'm going to switch to Penix anyway, even though Penix doesn't have the experience that goddamn Kirk has. And Kirk has the goddamn experience, and he playing like that. Well, hell, I might as well take a goddamn loss. If we gonna lose and lose this way, I'm gonna lose with my rookie.
He gets to get him some experience.
I'm gonna lose with my first pick, my 8th pick in the goddamn draft. Man, Kirk Cousins, what is you doing, boy? Do you need LASIK or something?
Well, he played.
Maybe he need LASIK.
He playing bad.
I don't know what it is.
He playing bad, Ocho. Like, ain't no way around it. He playing bad.
You can't throw 4 interceptions last week, right? You can't throw 4 interceptions. Then you go back, you watch film, you practice all week long, and come back the next week and then throw some motherfucking more. Something ain't right. You trying to throw the game? You betting somewhere? Something ain't right. Like, come on now. What you doing?
Yeah.
Like we have a playoff opportunity at hand. Yeah. You know, we think well enough to, actually, the NFC South is motherfucking horrible.
It is.
Honestly. Think about it. It's horrible. That's why everybody has a chance.
Raheem Moore is the head coach. Raheem did say that Cousins is their starting quarterback after the game.
Oh, coaches lie all the time. Coaches and owners lie all the time. Didn't Dave Canales just say that before he benched Bryce Young? Did he say that? And the next day, what happened? Or maybe a few hours later? Oh, not Sam.
Bryce.
God damn it.
He benched Bryce and put in Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton.
Yeah. So listen, you take anything coaches and owners say with a grain of salt. With a grain of salt. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow morning tomorrow morning or maybe Tuesday in the off day, they make a change and a statement comes out. Penning Jr. is now the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons.
I would be very surprised they did that because considering they're only one game back. If they were, a couple of games back, I see you make that because still Tampa has to play. Tampa has to go to play the Cowboys. They got a tough schedule. It's not like they
Whoa. Time out. Did you hear what you just said? What you just said don't even go together. You just said Tampa still got to play the Cowboys. They got a tough schedule.
They do. They got some games on the schedule that
Well, okay. How about you mention mention the tough game? Don't mention the Cowboys. How about that? And there's no disrespect to them. I'm just saying.
They got the Chargers.
Yeah.
They got the Chargers next week.
That's a good game.
Sunday, the week after that, Sunday night, they got the Cowboys. On the 29th, they got the Panthers. And on the 5th, they got the Saints.
Hey, you know what's funny? Well, the Saints are playing really bad right now. You know what's funny is the Panthers are making it a game no matter who they playing.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Let's say that we're gonna talk about that because we got some words from for legit for Leggett.
I ain't gonna jump the gun. Oh, you talking about Xavier? Leggett. Sam
Darnold and the Vikings haven't discussed the long-term deal. They're not. They just drafted a quarterback with a top 10 pick. What are we discussing?
No. Yeah, but it's a good thing, though. It's a good thing for Sam because his resume. The other teams that need a quarterback.
Yes.
The other team that need a quarterback. So he's setting himself up beautifully. The only problem is, depending on where you go, you ain't gonna have no goddamn Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison at your mother disposal.
And Hawkinson.
But that
and Aaron
matter.
Jones.
The fact that but don't get me started.
Buyer. This is not to take away anything from him, Ocho. He's played.
Don't mess up his bag. Don't mess up his bag.
He's played extremely well.
Yeah.
He is. There's no denying that. But I hope you got similar weapons. I ain't saying you got to have those exact weapons, but you better have close to them.
Boy, it ain't too many like 18-3 out there now. It ain't too many out there like 18-3. Yeah, we'll be at.
Well, no, but I don't think. I'm not surprised that Minnesota is not thinking a long-term deal. Now, if they didn't have if they hadn't taken a quarterback in the top 10, okay, yeah. Or whenever they took J.J. McCarthy, okay, I get that. But I got a quarterback that's a first-round pick that I believe is the quarterback of the future. Why am I going to give this man a long-term deal? $40 million.
Wait a minute. Good question. I got a question for you real quick, Unc. J.J. McCarthy, what was his injury again?
What is his foot?
Achilles or ACL?
Was it his foot? It might have been. I'm not sure what it was, Ocho. Don't start me to lie. I want to say it was a lower leg. So I don't know if it was an ACL. I don't know if it was a foot, legs, front. I'm not sure.
Because he's so young, do you think they need to have security with the way Sam Darnold is playing? Do you think they can rely on J.J. McCarthy to be the quarterback of the future?
I'm not having no $40 million insurance policy.
Okay. I'm just curious. I just want to know, Chad, what y'all think. Chad, should the Minnesota Vikings pay Sam Darnold so they have a sense of security once J.J. McCarthy comes back?
He tore his meniscus.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad.
And he's young.
That ain't bad.
And that's probably his first serious injury. That's not an ACL. That's not a PCL. That's not an Achilles. That's not a patella tendon. Knock on wood. I mean, obviously, any injury is. All injuries are minor when they're they're major as long as they're on somebody else. On you, they're major. On somebody else, they're minor. Right. But he didn't. Like I said, he didn't have. They erred on the side of caution. We got Sam Darnold. We got a guy that's been in the league. We got a guy that we believe we can win with the talent that we surrounded him with. You got Jetta, you got Addison, you got Hawkinson, you got Aaron Jones. But if you don't turn the ball over, with the defense, that Brian Flores got that defense flying around, we'll be okay. You just got to make sure.
Well, see, that's the good thing. So that's a good thing. So maybe it's not a bad deal. You sign into a short-term deal. It don't have to be 4 or 5 years. It could be 2. It could be 2, 3 years. Listen, and allow JJ McCarthy to continue to develop behind him 1 more year because he hadn't had a chance to develop yet.
JJ McCarthy was going to be the starter.
Off injury. You don't want to throw him out there, huh? After coming
They
off
was
an injury,
they was going to throw him out there out of college. He was the starter.
Yeah, but now you're behind the 8 ball ×2 because now not only do you don't have a year under your belt, you don't have a year under your belt, and you're coming back with an injury on top of that. So it's even worse. Let me ask you a question. How that looking for the Falcons? They gave Kirk Cousins all that money, and you got Michael Penix. So how that looking for them? Now you just said they need to sit Cousins down. But he got $80 million. He got $80 million of their dollars over the first. No, he got $112 million over the first 3 years. Okay, well, he got $112 million over the first 3 years, and he got 8 picks in the last 2 games.
You making my point for me now. You know that, right?
But Sam Darnold ain't throwing no goddamn interceptions though.
But I'm saying that before he got on the street, neither was Cousins. Remember how they? I'm just saying. That's a very expensive insurance policy. Considering when you took J.J. McCarthy, he was going to be your starter. You were very impressed with him. Do I believe Darnold has played his way into a contract for some team? Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
I just don't believe it's Minnesota. Carolina had a 16-14 lead going into the fourth quarters. Even as the Eagles reclaimed the lead, Young led the Panthers on a final drive. Looked for a brief moment like he had won the game. Xavier Leggett appeared to catch the ball in the end zone second down with 52 seconds left, but it turned out it was an incomplete pass as the Panthers fell short on 3rd and 4th downs. Think about what that would have done for a young quarterback. 98 yards. One of the top teams in the NFC. Ocho, we're on the road.
Yeah.
At some point, okay, Ocho and I gave you a pass. Because you dropped that one and you did this and you say you got to be a better job. Now, I'm tired of hearing my fault. I'm tired of hearing my bad. We'll get them next time. Well, that was the next time. Why you diving for a ball? Ocho, all he got to do is just run. He diving for a ball he doesn't need to dive for.
Right. It's comfortability. Confidence is not where it should be. You know, I'm a little unsure of myself.
No, I'm unsure of my hands, so I want to try to get it into my body. That's why you see guys jump. I'm like, bro, why you jump for a ball that's going to hit you in your chest and you catch it in your breadbasket? Because I'm unsure.
Yeah.
So I want to try to get as big a target in front of it as I possibly can, Ocho.
Possibly can. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Ocho, can you imagine what this would have done, not only for Bryce Young, but for this team? They go 98 yards on the road
to win the game and upset the best team in the NFC. Well, that's an argument, but that's debatable. But still.
Back to the Eagles. What's going on with the Eagles?
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have games like this. You're going to have games like this. You got 2 alphas. They're one of the few teams in the NFL, and I say this all the time, that have 2 number 1s on their team, no matter what people may say. 2 receivers, 2 different skill sets. They get it done 2 different kind of ways, but it's 2 number 1s. You got 2 alphas in Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. But you're going to have games like this. They need to understand that. You're going to have games where you don't have the numbers you want to get, no matter what you do. You're going to have Jalen Hurts. You're going to have games like this where the numbers are low, where you're playing against a team that you think you're supposed to beat. The Carolina Panthers ain't no goddamn slouch no more. They're playing well against everybody they play to this point, if you're paying attention to them. Bryce Young is playing his ass off. That defense is playing his ass off, which is why the numbers were as low as they were today. There's a reason why. You're going to have games like this, AJ. Devontae Smith. You know, I know it's about being on the same page. You can be on the same page, and no matter which way you flip, if the other team has your number, it ain't gonna work. It's nothing. It's nothing you can do. You know what's gonna happen next year? You know what's gonna happen next week on? The motherfucking Eagles gonna go out there and they're gonna have a field day in the passing game. They're gonna have a field day in the passing game. It was Saquon Day today.
Well,
it's gonna be games like this. I've had games like this. TJ and I've had games where we playing a team. Oh man, we finna go out here and have 400 yards, 200 yards a piece receiving. And it don't be nothing like that. But I understood game to game, it always varies and it always changes.
Well,
you get to a game, you might say, AJ, you know what? Number 11, well, he ain't catching nothing today. We don't care what you do. We gonna let Saquon beat us. If you do it, it's okay. But 11, you ain't getting nothing. There's some team that will do that and don't care nothing about it.
AJ saying, you keep saying it be games like this, but I see Saquon got 900-yard games, so why he ain't had no games like this? AJ say, I see 3 catches, I see 4 catches, like in the last 6 weeks. Hey. I see 3, 4, 5 catches. What am I supposed to do with that?
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, you understand, you mother are so goddamn great. The reason Saquon Barkley is still getting the numbers he's getting, because he ain't seen no goddamn 8, 9-man box, because you niggas is on the field. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. I'm just getting a little passionate. Huh? Yeah. That's how good you are. That's a testament to you. That's why he get the numbers he getting, because they still W anyway. That's why he only had 40-something yards a day. You know what? If we gonna lose today, it ain't gonna be by number 11. It ain't gonna be by number 6. We gonna let 26 get his numbers. We gonna let him do what he do.
Are you surprised that they voiced their displeasure in the manner in which they did? Because you know, when you say we need to improve at passing, you know, me on the same page, you know who that points back at, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think they at that moment, in that present time and moment, understand it though. Okay. Emotional. Think about Jordan Addison. Free me. Speaking out vocally about wanting the ball. Look at this motherfucker now. Jesus Christ. Ever since he said something. Look at Jordan Addison. Going crazy. You know what? Let's find ways to put little young bull in position to make the plays. So next week, what is the offensive coordinator going to do? You know the young bulls are upset right now out there in Philly. Let's find creative ways to move around and have special design plays when the 15-play script and the next game we got coming up. Let's find ways to get in the ball. Get in the ball early. Let them feel and touch the ball early so we got them the whole game. Mm-hmm. They're going to be all right, though. They're going to be all right. You've seen this before. I've seen it before. Hell, I've been there before. You know? So I understand it. I understand it, but right now you're winning, baby. You're winning. So they might say there's no room for it, but your alphas need to touch the goddamn rock. You got to make them feel like they're a part of the offense. You got to make them feel like they're contributing to the success in helping the team win. That's all.
I think what is happening is that it's tough. It's tough when y'all don't get the ball early. AJ didn't get a ball thrown his way into the waning moments of the first half. That's too long. I don't care if Saquon is going 8 bananas. Come on, bro. You can't let me go. You can't let me go 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and don't give me a rock.
Listen, offensive coordinators have to be self-aware. Yeah. They have to be self-aware. You know that. You understand the type of player you have. You understand the type of dog you have at that position. He's different. You understand and know how he's built. You understand his DNA. You know how he is. Just let him touch it. It ain't got to be nothing crazy. It could be a slant. God damn it, just throw me a smoke. Throw smoke screen. Boom, just get it out to me. Let me get jiggy with it. He gonna be okay. Yeah. He good. But to wait 15 minutes and towards the end of the first quarter and then he get a ball?
Yeah, it's tough.
Come on, man.
It's tough. And, the frustration starts to build. And, look, people look at the Carolina like, man, they sorry. And then before you know it, you don't let them be in the game, and now they playing with confidence. And now you don't have confidence because you're not doing the things that you thought you were going to be doing because you see them on film. But the Carolina team that y'all probably watched at the beginning of when y'all was watching tape on them, that's a different team.
It's not the same.
That you watched the last 3 to 4 weeks now. That's not the same team. The Saints beat the Giants on a blocked field goal. Giants fans have had enough of losing. Even before they saw the team drop an 8th straight game, a plane flew over MetLife Stadium with the banner imploring ownership to get it together. Mr. Mara, enough. Please fix this dumpster fire. Then the team went out there and found a different way to lose. This time, getting the game time field goal blocked in the final seconds of a 14-11 loss. Mar declined when asked about the plane. Why you decline to ask about the plane? When they asked you about Kaepernick, you offered a lot of info. never mind. We ain't going to go to Ocho. These Giants are 2-11, and now have missed the playoffs 11 of the past 13 seasons. The Giants fell to 0-7 at home this season. They're averaging 10.1 per game at home. Neighbors said, they asked Neighbors about that. He's like, hell, I ain't play for the plane. Don't ask me. I ain't pay for the plane. I did not pay for the plane.
He's funny. He's funny. You know what? They listen, Giant fans, y'all might as well chalk this season up, because next year you're gonna have a nice quarterback. You're gonna have a nice shiny toy. You know, I don't know who it's gonna be. But it's gonna be a nice new shiny toy. And
I know a guy they had on their roster that's playing really well right now.
What position he
quarterback? Geno Smith.
Oh yeah. You know they ain't believe in the young bull. You know, sometimes it take for you going to somewhere for someone to see your true value. Yeah. It takes sometimes you get there's greener pastures on the other side. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith.
But look, Geno wasn't gonna be that in New York because they didn't have DK. They didn't have Jackson Smith and Jigba. They didn't have Lockett. Yeah. They don't have Noah Fant. They don't have a guy that can run the ball like Walker. They don't have Charbonneau. So, and look, they got their defense is better than you would think. Now, are they the Legion of Boom? No. But the defense is playing really, really well. And quarterbacks, I mean, look, he got guys that can make plays all over the field for him. It's really that simple. Yeah. And so I'm glad he's not in New York, because they still say the guy can't play, and sometimes you need to get somewhere where you got some weapons. Now, he's not a guy, he's not Brady. There have been very few guys that can elevate players. No matter who the player is, he can elevate them. Right. But Geno got to a place that they believed in him, and they got weapons. They got a DK. They got a Jackson Smith and Jigba. They got Lockett. They got Fant. They got skill position players, Ocho, that can go make plays. Yeah. Same thing with Baker. He got in a situation at Tampa, and, well, we saw at Carolina, he didn't have nothing. The cover was bare. It was even better than what it is right now. But he got someplace that guys can make plays for him, and he's playing exceptionally well. Sam Darnold. Right. He got guys that can make plays. I mean, should we be surprised that he didn't make it in Carolina and Baker didn't make it in Carolina? No. Right. Because they didn't have anything there. There's a reason why they got the first pick in the draft. There's a reason why they had they got the second pick in the draft. They traded that to get the first pick. And there's a reason why the following year they had the first pick. They had to live that away because Chicago traded in the first pick the year before when they were second. But no, can't happen to a night. Hey, I wonder, he said, the fans, we got to make sure the fans, because, the fans were not coming because of the anthem. I wonder how many fans showed up now. They standing for the anthem.
Man, it ain't had nothing to do with no goddamn anthem, man.
Gene Michael said, hey, Unc Ocho, can you guys give me your top 5 receivers in order in the game today? Order, man, we need to think about that, bro. Right now, you have to say Chase, Jefferson. Hey, he don't get, people want to discount him. I like Puka Nacua. I'm going to put Puka at my top. Yeah, I'll put Puka at my damn top.
Damn. You put...
AFC. Amon-Ra.
Tyreek? No? Or is it because he's had a down season?
He kind of been nicked this year. Well, I think what hurt him is that Tua's been out. But you know what? Yeah. Just because he's still Tyreek, I put him in there.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Yeah. That's tough. I mean, listen, my 1A, 1B is Chase and Jefferson. God damn. AJ Brown, Tyreek, CeeDee Lamb. Now there's some other players that are on the fringe that belong in that conversation as well. Yeah. Amon-Ra. Yeah. Who else I'm missing? I think Pickens is in that tier 1.
Pickens, he coming. He's coming. He's definitely coming.
Yeah, he's a good one as well.
Let's see. NFC. Let's go NFC South. Mike Evans been hurt this year, but we can't. He's been out a lot.
Man, he's Mr. Consistent, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what, Ocho, with the exception of Chase and Jeff, it's been a quiet year for receivers, man. They're the only two that's consistently week in and week out. Now they had Jetta had that streak where the defense said, we ain't giving you nothing. We're gonna double, we're gonna triple you, we're gonna let Hawkinson, we're gonna let Addison, we're gonna let everybody else, we're gonna double your ass. We gonna stop you.
No matter what.
But other than that, it's kind of been a down year, except for those two guys. Coach Prime tells Antonio Pierce he wants the Raiders to draft Shedeur and Shilo. If the season ended today, the Raiders would have the number 2 pick. Time thinks the Raiders would be a good spot for his son. At an event in Las Vegas, Time told Pierce, "You are truly the best. Now I need you to do one thing. I need you to draft those Sanders boys."
I like it though. I like it. I like it, but I don't remember. It's very important the situations you go to. Your supporting cast is very important that you have the tools around you at your disposal. You have the
He got Brock Bowers.
He got Brock. Brock is the real deal. Brock might be top 3, top 4, along with, is it McBride? Did I say that right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He might be top 3 or 4, and I ain't talking about 3 or 4.
I mean, Unc.
And I ain't talking about
the NFL now. We need more than Bowers. We need one more dog.
Oh, for sure. They got some good receivers. Not great.
Yeah.
They got good. They got good, quick, speedy guys.
Just one. I'm talking about like I'm part of the damn Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
They just need one. They just need one, and he's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I think it's gonna be very interesting to see how this thing shapes out. Jacksonville has 2 wins. I think the Giants have 2 wins. I think the Raiders have 2 wins. And at some point in time, they're like, you don't ever want to show your fan base that you don't really care about winning. I mean, because we want to try to win, but we really try to lose. Now, Jacksonville, y'all ain't going. Listen, y'all can't.
Right.
I don't know what y'all gonna do because you got Trevor.
And he just got paid.
I don't think Trevor going nowhere anytime soon. Exactly. You got the Giants in need of a quarterback desperately. Mm-hmm. The Raiders need a quarterback desperately. Hell, there are several teams. Maybe somebody moves up to get. If you fall in love with somebody during the draft process, you put them on the board, you evaluate them, you study their tape, and you list like this guy is franchise altering. But it's gonna be very, very interesting to see this thing, how it shapes out, Ocho. But I do think Shedeur is gonna be a very high pick. He's made himself some money. He got coached. He got a coach that is offensive coordinator this year, was an OC in the NFL. So he's pro ready. His dad is a coach. You like players, especially at the quarterback position, that dad was a coach. So he understands it. He understands what it takes to be the mechanisms of everything that comes along with being an NFL quarterback. You're the CEO.
Yes, sir.
Got to be buttoned up,
right
Ocho.
Things,
Got to say all the right things. Do all the right things. It's more than just playing the position. Everybody, who cares?
It's different. It's different.
Bro, stop it.
Stop
it. It is. Just like if you're a CEO, you Tim Cook can't just do out there doing willy-nilly stuff, even though Apple products are doing flying off the shelf. It doesn't work like that. There's a decorum. You got to be very demure.
Wait, hold on. You got to be very what?
You got to be very demure when you're in that situation. That's a word you have to spell at some point in time. So I can't tell you what it means.
Demure. DEMOOR.
You
Demure. Okay. Demure. Oh, you gotta talk like you French. Demure. Okay. I like that. What it mean?
I had French toast for breakfast this morning.
I'm finna use that.
It's reserved.
Hey,
it's modest. It's
when
shy.
when I met her, I was very demure.
I don't think Real gonna say you was demure. Real probably say you was a damn fool when she met you. You was a damn fool 2 years in, and you a D fool now. Add Micah Parsons to the list of Cowboys voices clamoring for the return of Mike McCarthy. I think it would be like a fair shot with everyone back, players, coaches, because the injury kind of struck of what this season could really be. The injuries have been terrible, and it really sucks. In terms of coaching, man, Mike, damn, you just said, never mind. Coach Mike, to me, and his relationship has always been really good. He always took real good care of me, and I just don't know how the business side is going to go. Jerry has his own mindset about who he wants to coach. This is his team. I'm kind of like just a pawn in this business. Hold on. I thought a couple of weeks ago you said that.
Hey,
never mind, Ocho.
Players coming out in defense of their head coach, despite some of the things that they said in the past, having to retract it and change their tune now in support of Mike McCarthy. Regardless of what any of the players say, in Jerry's mind, his mind is probably already made up. He's gonna allow Mike McCarthy to finish out the season, and Dak came out and said it as well. I wish I had some power when it comes to the decision making. You don't. Everybody knows that.
But
regardless of what anybody comes out and said, it's good. It's good. Good PR, good media relations. But knowing Jerry, based on this season, regardless of the injuries or not, he cleaned the house. He's cleaned the house. If you understand the business in general, if you understand the cachet and how that specific individual runs his ship, he's cleaned the house, no matter what any player says.
Ocho, it's kind of like when a player know he's gone, the coaches know he's gone. The player, what did the coach say? I would love to have him back. He's been great. He's a great player. They're not gonna say, nah, we want him gone. And just like players, it's a rare. I don't know if I've ever heard of. Oh yeah, I want him gone. I don't like him. He's not a great coach. He's not great at situations. He doesn't make any in-game adjustments. He doesn't make quarter-to-quarter adjustments, halftime adjustments. I've never heard a player say that. So all this is just coach's spiel for me. And it's PR, great PR spin, and they might sincerely want him back, but I don't know what would they
players always say everything that's politically correct in that setting. Nobody. There are very few players that have ever been in the NFL that actually voiced their opinion or said what the fans are thinking, or saying what we know is going on in the locker room and actually came out and said it. There's only maybe one I can think of. My dog T let it be known. Whatever issues might be going on that the fans can see from the outside in, but as a player, you're not supposed to say, T gonna let you know the things that are going on inside. He gonna tell you about the elephant in the room. Oh, he gonna let it be known. Why are we losing? Because the coaches suck. Straight up, the play adorable.
Hey, you heard Chase. Chase said, man, don't ask me no questions
about getting the ball.
Ask the coach.
Getting the ball. Yeah.
I don't call plays.
Right.
Yeah, he said, I don't call plays. Y'all asking me stuff. Now, y'all always tell me, hey, let the coaches coach. You just play. Now all of a sudden you ask me, what can I get open on? Oh, I'm gonna play.
Hey, I love
That's your job. Greg Newsome. George Pickens doesn't know him, or at least that's what the Steelers wide receiver says days away from the rematch with the Cleveland Browns. Steelers' Week 12 loss to the Browns was punctuated by a scuffle between Pickens and Newsome during the game-ending Hail Mary attempt. Asked if he would talk to Newsome before the Sunday's game, Pickens was dismissive. I don't even know who that is, the Steelers' third-year receiver said Friday. Pickens also doubled down on his post-game assertion that he did not think the Browns are a good team. I just go by the record, bro. After the game, Newsom called Pickens a fake tough guy. And Friday, he responded to Pickens' latest comments and addressed he was going to handle the trash talk field rematch. I'm all about team, Newsom said. Obviously, he's a guy who cares more about himself, and you can see that in the penalties he causes. For me, my job is to try to do whatever I can to help my team win. There's never going to be no one-on-one battle for me.
I like it. Five.
I do too.
Let's go. I need to see. Listen, we lost Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore. We lost that. We lost Josh Norman and Odell Beckham. We lost that. I need this.
You want that? So you want that? You
Greg
want that?
Newsome, I know you're a team player. I know. I understand it. You know, team. You know, camaraderie. Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. Man, I need this. George Pickens. I need this. Keep it within the game. Keep it within the confinement game. Give me a show.
It's hard though, Ocho.
Give me. I swear for God, I'm gonna give me some popcorn. I'm gonna kick my feet up and watch y'all go at it Sunday. Give me a show. Please, I beg of you.
Hey, play hard, just don't get a penalty. Don't cost us 15.
That. You know, get it. Hey, listen, get in each other's face, talk trash. You know, with Pickens, when you catch a ball, you know, you hit that thing they be doing there. You know, Greg Newsome, you make a play, you get up and, you know, you do the sword, do the sword thing. Like strap. Man, y'all get, man, I'm telling you, I beg of y'all, man. I don't want to hear none of that politically correct bullshit about it. No, I'm a team player. Give me a show. I pay, you know how much I pay for NFL Sunday ticket? But you better give me something.
Dak defended Mike McCarthy, said, I wholeheartedly believe in him. Dak thinks McCarthy deserves another contract. He also said he would help McCarthy if he had more influence on the team's development. But McCarthy said he's confused by Dak comments. According to Clarence Hill, the Cowboys coach McCarthy said he had the most input he's ever had as head coach. Oh, Lord have mercy. Coach compared to Green Bay. He is not sure what Dak meant by needing him influence on his terms. We know Mike McCarthy does not have.
You don't have no power.
Thank you. No he's a head coach in title only.
For those that understand the game of football, for those who know about when it comes to being the coach of the Dallas Cowboys organization, with their star on the helmet, there's one person that runs the show, and it's not the head coach.
Yes.
And it's always been that way. You have no pull. You know exactly what Dak meant by the words that he said.
Yes. And I'm taking Dak what he said with a grain of salt, because guess what? He said he wanted Scott Linehan. He said he wanted Kellen Moore. He said he wanted Jason Garrett. He said he wanted this one and he wanted that one. So what's he supposed to say? Nah, I want Mike McCarthy. I want another head coach. I want another play caller. Of course he's going to say all the right things, because if you go back and check his track record, Ocho, he said the exact same thing about every offensive coordinator, about every head coach that he's had.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. He has to be PC. He's a quarterback. He's the face of the franchise, no matter what. So he has to say all the right things. It's not like he's gonna come out and go against, his head coach. I mean, come on, Mike.
No, it shouldn't. But I'm saying, for him to say, Mike, let me ask you a question. Do you have any say on the final 53? Do you have any say in free agency? Do you have any say in the draft? So if that's the case, so I'm just trying to figure out, what do you mean you have some say?
Wait, didn't he say he had more say, more control, or more say than he had in Green Bay?
Yeah, I disagree. Maybe Ocho, at the end, he didn't have the same amount of say, but it's hard for me to believe throughout his entire tenure that he had more say in Dallas than he had in Green Bay.
You know what they get, right?
Huh?
Chop. That's what they get. You know damn well.
Well, see, now, by saying that, you take some of the onus off Jerry, so we can't blame Jerry fully. So Jerry can say, see, he went out there and said that he had some say. Let's get his ass up out of here because we losing. Coach Belichick interviewed for UNC, the University of North Carolina, head coaching vacancy. He reportedly blew them away in the interview. I don't know why y'all surprised by that. Coach Belichick seemed genuinely interested in the job. At the age of 72, Coach Belichick has no prior college experience. Ocho, do you like Coach Belichick going back?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I want at some point, I would love for Coach Belichick to get the most wins as a head coach in the NFL in the past Shula. And he can't get that done going to North Carolina. I think going to college, it's not a bad thing, but there's a disadvantage due to the competition level being the playing field being even because of NIL. I don't think Bill needs to get into that realm and that area where you're not really getting the players you need to have a winning season or actually to be able to compete at a high level. I would prefer Bill to stay with us at inside the NFL until the right job comes to his, how to say it, until the right NFL job comes. The right one where he can continue to win and strive to get to reaching that goal of being the most winningest NFL head coach ever.
I think, Ocho, Coach Belichick, it had to be a huge crush to his ego. You're talking about a guy that's won 6 Super Bowls, and he ain't get none of the jobs. There were 6 or 7 jobs that were available, and he got none of them.
Yeah, but
he got
can I
none
ask you
of
a question, though? Think about this. Of those 6 or 7 jobs that are available, which one would have been the best fit where he can continue his reign of dominance?
No, he got no quarterback. I mean, you got a quarterback, but you ain't got Tom Brady. But at this point, Ocho, let me ask you a question. You're the best receiver in football.
That's me.
You got all the records. You done had 6 straight 100-catch seasons. You done had 6 straight seasons at least 1,300 yards. 6 straight seasons of 10 touchdowns. Okay, they move on, and you can't find one job.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
It's become a young man's game. Not only has it become a young man's game, it's become a young coach's game as well. Mm-hmm. But Bill's resume speaks for itself. It speaks volumes. It's all about Bill being able to adapt to today's players, to today's era. Can he change some of the things that he did during the old days, some of the old ways, and try to revamp? Like, when I tell you got these, sometimes you got to evolve. You can't do the things you did back in the day and think it's going to work in today's era. The players, I don't think they respond.
Man, these young kids don't give a damn about no resume, Ocho.
I know.
These kids don't care nothing about no resume.
The kids don't. I'm just saying the organizations might, if he goes in and shows that he can adapt to the kids in today's era. That's all I'm saying. I could be wrong.
Can he adapt? It's hard, Ocho, when you've been it's hard when you've done something one way and had ultimate success doing it that way. Now, all of a sudden, you mean to tell me to do a 180?
Yeah.
Whoo, Ocho, that's hard. And the kids today, Ocho, there's not the same level of respect for coaching and authority that it once was. What you and I grew up with, and the way we see it gradually dissipating, where the coach's authority and the coach's voice is not as powerful as it once was. Now, it is in some locker rooms, but I remember 5 years ago, 5 years ago, Coach Belichick walked into a locker room with that resume. Now, everybody, the first thing they're going to call in the question, he ain't want to know without Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm just being what
but you know what I see, especially with the young players that looked up to him as a coach and respect what he's done. I think he could walk into a locker room and it'd be instant respect, even from the young guns.
Despite his struggles, Aaron Rodgers says he has nothing to prove over the final 5 games, inferring that his career accomplishments should supersede. See, I told you, should supersede his performance down the stretch. He said it would be ridiculous to make a player with his resume audition for next season. Ocho, this is why we love professional sports. Because what must you do every week, Ocho?
Update your resume.
Update your resume. So I want to ask Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, what has those 4 MVPs done for the Jets this year? That's what you do every time you step on the field. Ocho, I'm playing for my job.
Yeah, but you already know what they're gonna do though. You already know what they're gonna do. You know how difficult it is to find a quarterback. You know how long the Jets been looking for a quarterback. Even yeah, I know they still looking. Even though Aaron Rodgers is playing bad, it's the possibility, it's the thought, it's the hope that he's gonna play like the Aaron Rodgers of old. And even if he shows glimpses or flashes of the old Aaron Rodgers, maybe for the Jets organization, maybe that's just enough to give them hope that things may change. Maybe. So if there's an opportunity or a chance for him to come back next year, guess where he's going to be because of who he is and because of the exact same thing he said, because of his resume. He's going to get a chance just because it's him.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know Woody Johnson like a lot of other people. They seem to see that he and the owner of the Jets, Woody Johnson, it's kind of like they don't see eye to eye. There's reports that he wanted to bench Aaron Rodgers at some point in time this year. Coaches fought back at it, fought back against that. If they want me to stay fantastic, if they take these 5 games, maybe they don't know what I bring to the table. Nothing this year. But that being said, I love to play really freaking well these last 5 games.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Ocho. You see, that's what I'm saying. He thinks that the normal rules for an NFL player.
Yeah.
Joe Montana. He didn't finish in San Francisco. Emmitt Smith, Bruce Smith, Jerry Rice, some of the historic great players. There are a lot of top 100 players that did not finish their career with the team that drafted them. But somehow Aaron thinks he should be exempt because of his resume.
And can I tell you something? In that chat, y'all listen to me? Because his name is Aaron Rodgers, because of what he's done in the past, he's going to get that grace simply because he's a quarterback. Even though some might not like it, we might not like it, it's just the honest truth.
I believe there's a greater chance he plays elsewhere than with the Jets.
Nah, I don't see it. Well, you know, Devontae's going after this. He's on a 1 year, huh? Yeah, you know, you might be right. You might be right because most of the pieces are going to be gone. You might be right, but where would that be?
I don't know. I mean, they talk about everybody keeps hoping to get the old Aaron Rodgers. You just getting an old Aaron Rodgers.
Hey,
I'm not breaking news. Take that aside. Look, if that man if he had another name on the back of that jersey, ain't no way y'all say that man deserves to get at the money that he's making, deserves another opportunity.
Absolutely.
Or earned enough, forget deserved, because he feels he deserves because of his resume, not based on what he's done. Everybody else must feel I get this opportunity. I've earned the opportunity to play here, Ocho, to play another season, to get another game. He feels he's deserving based on what he's done, not what he's doing.
Yeah. And you know the funny thing, you know why he can say it? Because he knows he's going to get that opportunity. He knows he's going to get that chance based on what he's done. Any other position, tackles, guards, defensive ends, centers, D tackles, cornerbacks, safeties, will never be extended that grace. There's always a special. There's always a special place for a quarterback, especially one that has done what Aaron Rodgers has done in the past. Even today, even as bad as it is, he will get that grace because of what he's done in the past.
A lot of former players have chimed in on the Azeez Al-Shaair hit on Trevor Lawrence. Bill Romanowski, my former teammate, says the hit was dirty, but I loved it. Sounds like Romo. Joe Thomas says the NFL needs to ban weaponized quarterback slides. Tom Brady suggested the NFL needs to change the rules to penalize late slides. Tom Brady said something very interesting. He said they're putting the onus on the defense. Tom Brady is the wrong messenger because they had a rule change. Does he not know the Brady rule was instituted to protect him? I get it. I get what he's saying, Ocho, but he's the wrong messenger.
Right.
Because a lot of these rules that they was put in place to protect the quarterback, he benefited from. it's kind of like what we see with a lot of Hispanics when they talk about, deport. When they got over here, we see it, we know how they got over here. See, it's easy to say that ex post facto. Well, I'm here now. I don't give it, close it. Don't let nobody else over. Tom Brady said, well, hell, I ain't got to take no more hits. Punish the quarterback. Really, bro? Really?
Yeah. I mean, I
really. And I get everything that they said, Ocho. The late slide, Patrick Mahomes is notorious for that, seeming like he's going to slide and then he wiggle and finagle. No, that's wrong. Punish it, because listen to Ross St. Brown, he said that Caleb Williams had a habit of pretending like he's going to go out of bounds and they showed the clip. Dan Campbell say, if he does this, y'all punish his ass. And that's exactly what happened. That's why they didn't throw a flag, because he warned the officials. He said he had a habit of doing this.
Instead of just going down.
We gonna put helmets on his ass.
Is it reason?
See, I might not can stop him from doing it, but I break his ass with a habit. My grandma say, I might not stop you, but I break you the habit. That's all I'm saying. Tom is the wrong messenger when he benefited. He was one of the most beneficiaries of the rule change to protect the quarterback, Ocho. So how is he going to say this now?
I think he's saying it because of the way the quarterbacks are taking advantage of the rule. The quarterback
he took advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, he can't scramble, he can't run, he couldn't run. Now he took advantage of it in the pocket. You know? So the onus at that point, it's on the defensive player to understand.
Why you putting up? Hold on. He said the onus shouldn't be on the defensive player to protect the offensive player. That's what he said. So why is it on the onus when his ass is in the pocket?
Yeah, that's a good one. But I'm trying to give you.
Okay, well, I want you to give me a good answer.
Better context for those that are running quarterbacks that are dual threats that choose to take advantage of the situation that they know, well, you know what? I can fake it. I can act like I'm going to go out of bounds and I'm going to take it up the field or I'm going to take it up the sideline. So Shazier, I understand that was a late slide. That was a late slide by I'm getting ready to say Jared Goff. That was a late slide by Trevor. You know, you got to protect yourself as well, because
that wasn't a late slide, Ocho. You do realize how tall Trevor Lawrence is.
That was late, huh?
He's 6'6".
That's late.
No. Ocho, it wasn't a late slide, but when you 6'5", you make it seem like he Kyler Murray. Damn. That's a lot of man to get down into a sliding position. How many times you see Aaron Judge steal a base? Do you know how hard it is for him to get his ass down and slide? Right. Unless they ain't got nobody in that position, like they got a shift on or something.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's what. But here's the thing: it's just like a quarterback when they fake spike it and then throw the ball. What about that, Ocho? Right. Should you be allowed to do that? I ain't
really seen that since Marino against the Jets.
They'll do it.
They still do it.
I think quarterbacks are afraid now.
I ain't seen it in a minute.
No, I think only a handful of quarterbacks have done that since Danny.
Mm-hmm.
But the Jags to finish up, Ocho. The Jags placed Trevor Lawrence on injury reserve yesterday, likely ending his season. I think he's going to have surgery, but he was dealing with something before this. AC. He had shoulder issues before that, Ocho. But all I'm saying is this: I understand what Tom is saying, but as a quarterback that's benefited from it, you can't say, Ocho, change the tax code when you benefited from the old tax code and you made millions and billions